think this conversation really, we can't talk about it without looking at the technical side of things. As a Dean of Engineering, you've seen so many projects go through the different courses in engineering. In the D Lab, we have a number of projects that we've actually contacted you to help support. In your view, how are these things contributing to efforts when it comes to innovation within Ashesi ecosystem, which we can probably say is the hope for us to add to any efforts towards domestication in the country?
Engineers actually design. That's our fundamental job. We design, but we go the next step in Ashesi to build something. If I ask, what's the one thing you spend most money on? What would it be? Food, right? So whether we are students, whether we are workers or young people, the one thing that all of us need is food. Our food comes from far. Actually, food is not expensive. If you leave campus and you go on the road between campus and Kitasi Junction, the food is cheap. When you get to Kitasi Junction, it's expensive again. But when you get to campus, it's expensive again. But in between, it's actually not that expensive. It's not that hard to produce, but how many would like to go farming? Not many of us. Few, right? But if you make it fancy, everyone would want to consider it. We've actually done projects on that. Hydroponics. You can grow food without necessarily getting your hands dirty. And you can have a bigger yield in a smaller space. You literally grow the plants on water and nutrients, right? So the fertilizer is in the water and it circulates. There are different ways of doing it. It's quite simple to set up. You can literally set it up on your veranda outside. That's something that if everyone did, you could get your green vegetables and other kinds of crops without it traveling. You can get it for cheap and get it fresh, right? So those are projects we've done. We can actually expand on, and in the long run, yes, you get food that hasn't traveled and wilted before you receive it, and that's one of the things I see as something that everyone needs. However, the technology is not readily available. If I said tomorrow, let's start, I'm sure we are all going to scratch our heads. What are we going to do? It's actually not that hard. So for engineering students or engineers, we could actually make that technology more available to everyone, because you can design a circuit to do it, you can package it nicely. All you have to do is assemble it, and then you start your farm in your house. Yes, it's good to have a garden in your house. It might get messy sometimes. That's one step. But you could also have a hydroponic system. I'm sure people actually marvel at it when they see it. You'll be proud of it, but it gives you the food that you need. And that's the one thing we spend the most money on, right? And you bring your costs down. So there are lots of little, I just give you one example. There are lots of little things that we can do locally. We don't need to import anything. Of course, the components will come from abroad, but if you're buying the whole system, it's still going to be expensive. But we can build it locally. You can assemble it. You can grow your food. If you get happy doing this, but also get your food and eat it and happy and stay healthy.